Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You're standing on the edge of a cliff, and beyond it is a sky so vast it feels like it could swallow you whole. You've been here before, not on this cliff, but in this moment. The feeling of almost understanding, almost changing, almost stepping into something bigger than yourself. Your heart beats like a steady drum, louder than the silence around you. For a second, it's just you, the pulse of your soul, and the boundless unknown stretching out before you. But this time, something's different. This time, you're not afraid. Something inside you whispers, "This is your moment." And for the first time, you believe it. You feel the pull, not from outside forces, but from within, as if every cell in your body suddenly remembers what it was made for. People talk about awakening, like it's some magical event that happens to you. But what if I told you the awakening isn't coming to you? It's already here. It's been knocking softly on the walls of your doubt, your pain, your confusion. That whisper you keep ignoring, that subtle, nagging sense that there's more to this life than survival? That's it. That's the awakening calling you by name. If you've been feeling like life's been louder lately, more intense, more urgent, it's not your imagination. The noise isn't outside you. It's the voice of your own ascension trying to wake you up. You've been sensing shifts that others around you don't notice. You're not crazy for feeling it. You're tuned in. This isn't a coincidence. This video found you exactly at the right moment. The pull you can't ignore. Have you ever noticed how certain events in your life keep repeating themselves? Same type of person, same type of challenge, same internal struggle. You thought you dealt with it last time, but here it is again, just wearing a different face. Why does that happen? Here's the truth most people never figure out. It happens because you're being called to master it. Think of it like this. You're not walking through life. You're spiraling upward. Every time you think you've escaped a challenge, it shows up again, not because you failed, but because you're being asked to face it from a higher level. Like climbing a spiral staircase, every step looks familiar, but you're never in the same place. Each level brings more clarity, more awareness, and more self-mastery. You may feel like you're surrounded by the same faces, same dramas, and same inner doubts. But look closer. Things aren't as they seem. The people in your life aren't just people. They're mirrors. Each one reflecting a part of yourself you haven't fully claimed yet. The friend who tests your patience. The co-worker who underestimates you. The family member who doubts you'll ever make it. These aren't random. They're assigned to you. You've been feeling that pull, haven't you? That subtle but relentless force telling you to do more, be more, try harder. It's exhausting sometimes, but that's only because you're still carrying old weight you no longer need. Ask yourself right now, what am I carrying that no longer belongs to me? Whose expectations am I still trying to meet? What rules am I following that I never agreed to in the first place? This is what Ascension demands. Not perfection, but purity. Not in the clean and perfect sense, but in the true and unburdened sense. The truest version of yourself can't rise while clinging to someone else's script. So if you've been feeling like your world is shaking, it's because it is. But it's not breaking you, it's unburdening you. Remember this, you're not losing anything you need. If it's leaving, It was never part of your destiny. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to explain it. It's making space for something far greater. Becoming the unshakable force. Most people think the end goal of Ascension is to become light. But here's a twist you weren't expecting. You don't become light, you become gravity. Let that sink in. True power is about pulling everything you need towards you. Look at the most powerful forces in the universe: the sun, the black hole, the core of the earth itself. Do they chase? No. They pull. They attract everything to them. That's what you're here to do. You've been running, chasing success, approval, love, but none of those things are faster than you. You're the one with the pull. You don't need to chase them. They're orbiting you already. Think of it like this. Imagine a still lake at dawn. No ripples, no disturbance. Then you drop a single stone into it and the ripples move outward. But here's the part most people forget. Those ripples also move inward. Every action, every decision, every step you take sends energy both outward and inward. Most people only see what's leaving, but they miss what's returning. If you've been feeling like you're putting out energy but not seeing it come back, I promise you, it is. It just takes time for the wave to return to the center. The problem is, most people give up before the wave returns. They think, I've been patient long enough, nothing's happening. So they leave before the return. But what if I told you, the moment you feel like quitting is usually the exact moment before the shift happens. The closer you are to alignment, the louder doubt becomes. That's not failure, that's friction. Friction happens right before flight. And this is where people go wrong. They think Ascension is smooth and easy. No. Ascension isn't soft. It's bold. It's raw. It's gravity-defying, logic-breaking, ego-shattering movement. But if you're willing to stay still, stay centered, and trust the process, something incredible happens. You become the center of the orbit. Everything you need begins to move toward you. No chasing, no begging, no forcing. If you've ever felt like you're running in circles, you're not. You're standing at the center of something massive. And the longer you stand firm, the more you realize you're not waiting for your moment. You are the moment. Your next move is everything. You're at a turning point right now. Not just in this video, but in your life. Everything you've experienced up to this point has been one long initiation. All the delays, rejections, and disappointments weren't obstacles. They were gatekeepers, checking to see if you were ready. So here's the only question that matters. Are you ready now? Because ready doesn't mean prepared. It means willing. Willing to drop what's heavy. Willing to walk away from roles you've outgrown. Willing to stop asking permission to be powerful. The fact that you're still here, still watching, still listening, tells me the answer is yes. Not a hesitant yes. A yes with gravity behind it. The kind of yes that makes people stop and stare when you walk into a room. The kind of yes that echoes. Your future isn't waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to be present. The moment you stop waiting for one more sign, you'll realize you've been standing in it the whole time. The shift begins the moment you decide it does. Not next week, not when you feel ready, but now. Take a breath. Feel it move through you. Let it remind you that every inhale is a second chance. Every breath is the start of something new. If this message reached you, it's because something inside of you is waking up. It's time to let it. Don't chase. Don't force. Just trust. And remember, the light you've been looking for is already in you. The ascension has already begun, and this time you're not watching it happen. You are it. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.